Hey, what's up? It's Bill from HBSprinter. Today we're going to take you on a walkthrough of the newly built van. I bought the 2018 Sprinter brand new. I didn't want an old delivery van, something that was abused, so bought it completely empty, no windows or anything. I cut in C.R. Lawrence windows was one of the first things I did, which was scary as hell, cutting a 4-foot hole in a brand new Mercedes. I insulated the entire van as well with thin slate insulation. After a lot of research, I figured that was the best way to go. I did a marine grade plywood subfloor and then did an engineered hardwood on top of that, which worked out really well. It's very easy to clean. As you can see, we went for a complete open area concept. Because I'm a very tall person, I'm about 6'4", I decided to do a huge couch bed that faces out here. So when we open the van door, which I can show you later, it's, there's a lot of living space. There's a seat right behind the camera that spins around and makes kind of a little bit of a living room. This bed is on slides. There's 6 slides underneath here. It slides out. Even though this bed is super long, we do have a decent sized kitchen. All of the bed and the galley were all, and the upper cabinets, they were all built from extruded aluminum. I used a product called 80/20, which is super light and super strong, and then just put cabinet faces on top of that. All the upper cabinets are built out of 80/20 extruded aluminum. Sorry about the mess. We got all of our crap in here. This is our hot spot. I also, I don't know if you can see this, but I put plugs and USBs everywhere. I have 4 USB here, 4 on the other side for this shelf, a 110 plug in there as well. I have, this is all just storage up here, which is a complete mess. More storage, some hot dog buns, super good. Trader Joe's, my favorite. Back here we have a microwave, which runs off the inverter or shore power. You're hooked up. We also have 4 USBs back in this cabinet in case you want to charge something or whatever, along with an outlet for the microwave with an extra for anything you wanted to plug in. This is our galley. I went with a quartz countertop, super heavy, but I just wanted something that was really durable. Ended up going with actual tile backsplash. We have an isotherm fridge. This thing works really good. All the essentials in there: Red Bull, cheeseburgers, hot dogs. The one regret, I wish I would have gone with a little bit bigger model, but it does allow us to have this bottom drawer, which is, holds all of our pots and pans and stuff, and it's really nice to have. I also decided not to have any handles on here. I couldn't find any that I liked, and I didn't want to catch, because we walk through here all the time. I mean, we do have the bathroom right here, which you can't see, but instead of doing handles, what I did was I just put a little latch right here. So we do have to open this in order to get into the drawers, but it works for us. And then underneath here is storage, and the water heater's underneath there as well. It was important to us to have a bathroom in the Sprinter in case middle of the night you got to get up and use the bathroom. I incorporated a shower and a bathroom into this 144 Sprinter, which is pretty rare from what I've seen. As far as electronics go, I have 400 watts of solar on the roof. Okay, inside here is all the electronics. So you have, I went with marine style breakers. I have my readout from my Victron BRM for it tells me the battery state of charge, all of that. And then I have an AC panel here, a 12-volt panel here, and then this is all storage. And then down in here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is a Victron 2000 watt inverter, a transfer switch, MPPT, a bunch of breakers, bus bars, all that, a Victron Venus GX computer. What the Venus GX allows you to do is it allows you to monitor your solar output, your battery voltage, your state of charge, you can turn on and off the inverter remotely, and you can do it from anywhere. So it gives you real peace of mind that your batteries aren't gonna, die out on you. If you're running your refrigerator, that all your food's not gonna spoil, or, just at any time, anywhere, you can know your state of charge. And here, we have storage up here, storage here, and then our batteries are right down underneath, which are Battleborn lithium batteries with a complete shutoff for the system here. And then back inside there's a A&L fuse, 200 amp fuse. I also have an automatic transfer switch inside this cabinet, which will separate AC power from a few different sources. You can either go shore power, which, if I'm out in the boondocks, I have a small generator, I can plug that into shore power. I also have a secondary inverter that runs off the Mercedes-Benz chassis. It's mainly for an emergency. So if something happens, I can push power from that inverter right back into the Victron inverter chargers, and it will charge the Battleborn lithium batteries. I also have a automatic charge relay that is hooked to the alternator that is smart enough to where it cycles itself on and off, and it limits the current so it won't burn out the alternator of the Sprinter. But it's really nice if you're on a cloudy day and you're traveling, it also helps to charge. And in an emergency, if I did need to get some power, I wanted to heat water or something like that, I'd be able to charge the batteries and I just wouldn't be out. If I know that I'm gonna be real power hungry, I guess I could take a generator, but a lot of the time you don't wanna deal with it. There's not a lot of space in these 144 Sprinters, so you wanna limit what you carry. The Sprinter is completely electric. There's no propane. We use electricity for everything. To heat the water, we have a Bosch electric heater, water heater. So as you can see, we don't have any burners on our cooktop. We did that on purpose because we didn't want to take up the space. And a lot of the time we're not cooking. We're pretty much weekenders. I have an induction cooktop. I pull it out, plug it in right there, and it heats water super fast. It does use quite a bit of power, but with the setup that we have, we're good to go. This is a swivel seat we put in order to swivel the passenger seat around, and it just kind of makes it like a nice little cozy, comfortable little living room in here. Underneath, we have an S-bar heater. Right here, it comes out of this vent. It's mounted underneath the seat. It's a heater that feeds off the diesel tank in order to heat the Sprinter when it's cold. The S-bar heater, which was supposed to be super easy to install, turned out to be quite a project. I was told that every Sprinter model has a port that you can just plug the diesel right into. I ended up having to drop the fuel tank, which we'll show you a film of that later. Here is one of our CR Lawrence windows that we cut in. They come with little opening windows. So that, along with our fan, if we open this up and we kick the fan on, it makes a real nice cross breeze. I covered these stock holes with aluminum sheeting which is just a real nice look. It matches everything else. It's kind of gray and white like everything else. This was open completely. This had like some fiberboard whatever on it. Instead of painting it, I went with the metal. It also matches the rear doors as well. I also installed this little Arlo camera. It's really nice because when we're out camping or doing something, even at home, it's always on. It runs off the batteries and the solar, so it's always on. And I can set it to have alerts on my phone if we're out and about and we want to make sure, you know, we put our bikes in here, or, you know, it's the middle of the night or somebody ends up getting in here and taking something. It does stream to the cloud through our mobile network. So even if somebody got in, took the camera, their face is already uploaded to the cloud, and we can prosecute to the furthest extent of the law. So this is our S-bar heater control. So it's nice because when this is made out, like in the middle of the night, if I go, oh man, it's not warm enough, I can hit this, or it ends up being too warm half the time. So I can control that right when this is folded out. This here is our lighting control. Basically, there's a bunch of different zones. We plan on adding on later on, having maybe some exterior lights. So I can control, you know, dim those lights up and down like the main lights, or I can, you know, maybe shut those off, and then I can, you know, change the color of the other lights. You can add intensity and do all sorts of stuff. This also has a Wi-Fi controller that will connect to your phone. There's an app. I haven't hooked it up yet, but it's just kind of nice. You can, you know, go on your phone and be able to change anything, or if you're sitting outside, you know, by the campfire, you can control, you know, you have up to 8 zones of lights. So further down the line, I'm gonna have some exterior lights and that, but just for the time being, I just have these. I prefer blue. Okay, so down here, I also have an outlet, a 110 outlet that runs off either shore power or the inverter. Here I have another 4 USBs. They come in real handy if you want to, you know, if you're outside and you just want to come and plug something in real quick, or you want to take an extension cord or whatever. And then I also put in a carbon monoxide monitor, just in case, you know, we're running an S-bar heater. It does have combustion, so, you know, there could be carbon monoxide that gets in here somehow, some way. I also have more outlets here and another 4 USBs here. Just for convenience, mainly for up here. I did add one outlet on the backsplash as well. So this is our couch that slides into a bed. It's on 6 sliders. So the way that it works is you go for a pin here, and there's a pin back over here. Then there's a sheet of plywood in here. What I do is I just pull up on that, slide it out, and then pull these cushions across. Oh. And then you can see up my nose. To put it away, it's basically the opposite. You just pull this back. You just pull this back, push this in. And then come over and pin it in. Bam!